the to defend heaven and earth against the Japanese.
So I can't help but noticing that it is April of 1938.
Hmm.
We're a little bit behind schedule for, the kickoff of conflict here in the region, aren't we? The escalation, I mean.
Yeah, I don't know what the Japanese are doing. Let me take a look. They're doing. Oh, okay. So you know what? They're now going down the tree where they'll do the Marco Polo bridges in it. They've just held off on it until now. They've
It's
been
been interesting
doing
to see.
other things. I think they've been doing a lot of projects in my area, building things there, and they've been doing some internal research and factory maneuverings. But now they're starting to go down the route of doing that. Uh-oh, German Reich declared war on Austria.
Did they just join up with the Italians?
They're part of the Pact of Rome, but Italy notably isn't part of the Pact of Rome. I'm not sure how that happened. So right now it's Austria and Hungary fighting against Germany. Good luck, guys.
That feels very Mussolini. Like,
That
I
does.
declare this Pact of Rome, and then Germany invades. Like, oh, I meant
Just kidding.
little Rome over there in Austria. Little Rome, not this Rome.
Okay, so I'm looking at the war stats here, and Germany is fielding obviously a much larger army. Japan just canceled their lend-lease to me, but you sent me a bunch of guns. Sorry, suckers. The Germans are taking some casualties moving into Austria, but it's probably not going to be too big a problem for them. I mean, it is the Germans fighting the Austrians. It's gonna not go well for the Austrians unless the Italians decide to step in. But boy, that was a move, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's interesting. Italy's another fascinating one, right? Because they're the ones that contributed so much to Spain, but lost so much of Guadalajara that by 40 when the war was starting, they weren't ready, right?
Hmm.
So like, I wonder if they didn't join up because they weren't in a position to do any good.
Okay, here you go. So, the raise the banners decision I get to do is when I'm at war, I can create 5 Manchu units in Kirin. I'm not sure which province it is. Okay, that's the one right north of Korea here. So, that's kind of fun.
Yeah. So you get some free troops to help push back the Japanese hordes.
Yeah. I think I'm going to start building some anti-tank guns. Who knows what's going to happen. Actually, can I build anti-air networks at all? I can. I should probably start doing that. After the forts, of course. I don't have any anti-air guns in my inventory at all. I don't have any planes. So I need something to stop planes coming in.
Yeah, I'm trying to remember how it works in this game with how anti-air actually interacts with airplanes.
So it's kind of a more abstract system, kind of like how the naval combat used to be, where basically it's like a dice roll every single time that there are planes doing a mission over an area. There's just a percentage chance based on their stats and the air defense's stats on whether the plane gets shot down or damaged or whatever.
Mm.
So it's pretty abstract, but it works fine, I suppose. Okay. I think I have these smaller divisions, these Bubing Shi divisions. I'm going to just take all of those and turn them into... Do I not have any more of them? What? Hang on. Kujun. Did I already change all of them? I didn't do that. Okay, so I guess I have this division template that I'm not doing anything with. That's fine.
Mm.
I don't want the smaller divisions. I have a lot of manpower. I don't need to be making small divisions in order to hold back the Japanese. So that's fine. Austria's capitulated. No surprise there.
Well, I'd like to announce that I've introduced shovels and engineering corps into my division.
Nice.
So now with shovel and rifle. we should be able to handle anything that comes our way.
I have just added support artillery battalions to all of my mainline infantry units. So now they will have towed artillery and be that much more effective. I don't have enough artillery to really make this work yet, but oh, I just got a national focus done. Let's take a look here. 5 people armies, etc., blah blah blah. Invite Japanese settlers. Go ahead.
Sorry, like the warlord armies weren't this militaristically backwards, right? Like they had armies with munitions and equipment and stuff, right?
Yeah, they had to model the confusion and chaos somehow, though, and I guess this is as fine a way to do it as you can. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's fine. But like, for those watching at home, this isn't really how it went down, but that's fine.
This isn't super historical, but if you want the exact history, go back and listen to the podcast episode. We're more accurate on it there, I would say. So, some interesting things happening. I just got to jump straight to war economy, which means that things are coming up Manchukuo. As opposed to the, I think it was 6 divisions or whatever I had at the start of the game, I now have 33.
Wow.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. There it is, ladies and gentlemen. Germany has turned into Pac-Man.
Don't worry, Czechoslovakia. Britain and France have got you.
Yeah. I frequently do see more often them intervening on Czechoslovakia than they do on Poland, but I guess that remains to be seen here.
That's really funny.
I mean, it never helps. I've never seen the Czechoslovakians be able to not go under. Let's see here. The Poles are probably going to soon create their faction. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I want to see how that plays out, because that was one of those strategic ideas, right? Like, if we can bolster those states between the Soviet Union and Germany, then we have a bulwark against this communist incursion that everyone was afraid of happening, right?
Mm-hmm. Japan did something to me a minute ago, I think, because I suddenly have much more fuel capacity. What? Japan, what did you do?
That's probably a good thing.
I mean, it's not bad. I'm just curious. I want to know what's going on here. I don't know if they did anything. Weird. Well, that's fun. My war support and stability have gone way up, which is good. I now have these White Russian advisors, which means that my divisions will become more effective when fighting in my territory, which is good. I have the 5 people armies, which means that the recruitable population is going up. Bolster nationalism, so I get bonus attack and defense against Japan. The very long-standing historical theory of screw those guys. Kwantung veto. Yeah. Okay. So here's how they're modeling the Japanese influence in Manchukuo is that it's making everything for me to do more expensive because it is the Japanese influence directly in the country.
Makes sense. It's really interesting from a design point of view how they're trying to model this stuff without completely handicapping the player, right?
Yeah. It is interesting. I'm not... Let me see here. Is there a way for me to go over to the... I can't go to the other view of my country here, I think, at the moment. It's kind of disappointing. I'm not a member of the faction, I think. Yeah, I'm not. I'm not a member of the faction at the moment. I don't think. Because the Eastern Code Prosperity Sphere is currently being created by Japan right now. That's what they're working on.
Yeah, they're really taking their time to initiate this border conflict. Because every second they wait, they're just letting the nationalists get more and more manpower, right? It'll be interesting to see how that actually plays out. Especially when they're...
Okay, here we go. So I have some intel. If you click on a country now, you can click the intel ledger and see some things on them based on how much knowledge you have of their things, and you can see some things such as their vague estimates of their manpower. I don't have very much knowledge on them, but it says 575k to 1 million manpower currently deployed.
Mm.
That's a very big range, but at the same time, that's a lot of men in the field. I currently, for reference, have only 171,000 men in the field. The Nationalists have 54 to 155 divisions in the field. I don't have very good intel on them. I haven't built my spy network. So, actually, just for kicks, because I can, I have enough factories now, I am going to build an intelligence agency. I think that might be the original name, Hoan Kyoku. I don't know Manchu spy networks, what they were called. I'm going to call this Spy Network for me, because it is a spy network for me. Okay. Going to continue going on here. Yeah, I'm not bothering building tanks. I don't have any illusions of Manchukuo being a mechanized country at any point. It's not happening anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Gonna have to build some more divisions to hold off the Soviets to the north. I'm getting nervous that they might just decide to come over the border and attack me, and I don't know how fervently the Japanese are going to defend me. Oh, they want to give me guns. Thank you, Japan. Wow, what a kind and benevolent overlord. It would be a shame if something happened to them. Okay, this is a thing. I keep getting events every so often that will allow me to divert materials from the Japanese to give me more factories. I think that those are the factories that they built in my country. Is that the Fourth International? Interesting. So, here's something fun. If the Mexicans go communist and Trotsky doesn't die, Trotsky can become the leader of Mexico. Oh, the Japanese immediately stop. Oh my god, there's so much happening. The Japanese immediately stopped at Lend-Lease with me. Okay. Swaraj movement makes gains in provincial elections. Oh, so India is trying to go independent. Italy pursues closer bonds with Germany. Which is it, Italy? Decide.
Well, they saw what happens when you try and do a pact of that place that was nearby Rome.
Well, they didn't. If they joined, that war would still be going on. The Italians at the beginning of the war do have a pretty decent military. They probably could still be fighting right now. I have joined the Greater East Asian Co-Prosperity Sphere faction, together under our master. Fun! And they've stopped the Lend-Lease. Thanks, Japan. Love it. Love it, Japan. Thank you.
Yeah, you didn't get a choice there, did you?
Oh, I now get to send the mission to the U.S. now, though.
Help!
Help! Please! Wait. Do I want to do that? Mission to the U.S. gives me ship stuff? I don't want that. No. I don't need ships. But I'm not close enough with the British. I can also do it with the British later. That's fine. Italy joined the German Reich. Cool. Great. So that whole Italy going its own way thing was just a bluff. Mussolini playing 5D chess to allow Germany to take over Austria and Hungary. Oh boy, that is a classic Mussolini move right there.
Oh, so I got an interesting pop-up for once.
What's that?
Guangxi Click has asked for support. He has so far elected to sit out of the current political struggle. Appears that it's not gone unnoticed by Li Zongren. He has sent a note asking what it would take for us to declare our support for his side. Well, his side is not me, so I don't know how I feel about that. Show air options. Ask for a show of public support. Ask for delivery of rifles. Ask for help in reforming our military. Ask for help in reforming our military. I'll sell my soul a little bit. I'm already going to sell my soul to reestablish the Qing Empire for some freaking reason, so let's go for it and let's do that.
Yeah, sure, why not? Did you pause it then? Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
okay.
I paused it just to read my...
Yeah, that's no problem. I was just making sure. I was like, I don't know if I did that, because I think that you have to unpause it if you do pause it, if you're not the host. Okay. Uh,
There's a lot of Japanese that are scrolling around my border here with the Inner Mongolian state.
I'm sure it's fine. I wouldn't worry about it.
Gotta start.
It can only be good intentions, I think.
Gotta deploy those shovels.
Ah, created the spy network for me. Okay. So you get a lot of interesting things here with spy networks now, which came out in the last expansion. Um, so basically, what you need to know here is that you can learn more about the four various areas of state, its government. So you can see here from the Intel Ledger, I know 100% about Japan's everything because they're my master. I know exactly what's going on with them. I know how many planes they have. I know how many ships they have. It's making me second guess fighting them, but that's a lot of ships. Good lord. Okay. They have a lot of divisions, but they don't have. That's not an insurmountable number. They don't have 1 million men in the field like nationalist China does. And they have a lot of factories and whatnot. But what the intelligence agency does is it lets you know about these things, but it also lets you start sending things to learn more about other countries so you have a better idea of what's going on. But if you have a better intelligence understanding of them than they do of you, you get bonuses against them in combat because it's basically like we're intercepting their signals. We can break their codes, etc., etc. So you have a big advantage against them, basically. And so I'm doing this because I just need an extra edge against the Japanese at the end of the day.
Mm-hmm.
So
How are you going to free yourself from them? Are you going to fight against the Chinese first and then break away? Or are you going to try to do it before they launch their ability?
I have no idea what I'm going to do. Because there's an ability right down here that's called the Purge the General Affairs Council. It increases my stability, and it unlocks a decision to prepare to seize Japanese armed depots, and it removes the spirit Quantung Veto, so I'm basically kicking the garrisons out.
Mm.
And then right after that, I become free, and then they probably will. Yeah, I declare war on Japan. So I'm trying to postpone that as long as I can because I feel like it's not going to be good if I do it right now.
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't. I'm kind of curious as to what the Soviets are doing. If there's anything about them invading Manchukuo in here. The Russian tree is very bare bones, and it doesn't say anything about it yet. Yeah, I don't think so. It's still very hard for me to believe that the Russian tree is still so bland 4 years into the game. I mean, look at it. There's nothing here. It's like this. That's it. It's almost the same as like a random default state. Like I'll pull up Turkey for example to compare it with. Like Turkey and the Soviet Union have almost the same size of a political focus tree. It's kind of absurd. And then Turkey's is like the generic one. So you don't get many fun options with the Soviets because they just will do the same thing every time. They'll just come after you. That's what
They'll
do.
probably hit them in a expansion at some point, right?
Hmm?
They'll probably do an expansion for them at some point.
I would be surprised if they didn't. They haven't done any dev diaries for the game since the last one came out, though, so we have no idea what's going on with them right now. Paradox, drop me a line. Let me know what's happening, please.
We can invite some of their streamers to come play with us, right?
I don't think we're big name enough for that yet. Netherlands caves to the British. Okay. Let's go take a look at that, actually. The British so frequently go fascist that I'm interested to see what they're doing right now. Chamberlain's in charge. That doesn't bode well for Czechoslovakia. They haven't decided on a government path yet. They haven't decided whether to go fascist or stay democratic.
Huh.
And they haven't decided what to do with their colonial policies. They've just been doing economic things this whole time.
I mean, I suppose they can be their perfidious Albion self and just stay out of things if they want to.
Oh boy. between them and Roosevelt, nothing's ever going to get done.
It comes down to a free, reestablished Qing state to to make things happen.
Okay, here we go. So I recently got a spy, and I've started decrypting codes of China. And so when that's done, I will get I'll have some further knowledge on them, and I can basically find knowledge out about them quicker. But then I can reveal the intel from them, and they'll know that I did that. Is kind of the thinking. So the bonus doesn't last forever; it lasts for 30 days. But then I get a lot of bonuses against them. I get less of an invasion penalty if I'm trying to invade by sea. I plan faster. I have a defense bonus against them because it's like I know where they're coming. So there's a lot of bonuses I get against them if I do that. I'm just studying them for now because what else am I going to do with my intelligence team?
That makes sense.
Okay, so I have modify government. I don't need to keep improving my relations with the U.S. It already stopped. Good. You know, maybe I'm going to improve my relations with the Soviet Union just so they don't bull rush me. That would be nice.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to try to stop that.
I think they're pretty tied to focusing on the West first, though, right? Unless, I guess, if it doesn't happen that way, on AI focus.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
Oh, there it goes.
oh, well, I see.
I'm still at PC, hasn't invited me yet. Oh, it's still paused.
Well, I suppose that has just happened. So if there was ever a time for me to start fighting against the Japanese, it would be right about now. I'm supposed to go down and help them fight against the Chinese, I think. They're not shown as enemies yet. But what I'll do is I'll just wait for them to not be ready, and then I'm just going to go.
Huh.
Yeah, I hope my hope is that I can, without them realizing it, I can go and just get down to the bottom of Korea as fast as possible. To just make sure that like they don't have a foothold here, and then I'm gonna try to push them out of Dalian and this area here near Tianjin, and hopefully that'll do it. I'm actually going to move my infantry forces over to that area near Tianjin, because I'm going to take that area from them. Thank you.
Hey, why are these forces on our back front like that, hanging out?
Hey, why are the Manchus just standing there with guns? Yeah, so, that'll be fun.
As soon as they get me in this, I'm rushing for this Mongolian state.
Menkuokuo, yeah. That's why I was confused when we were talking about doing this, is because it's Manchukuo and Menkuokuo. I was like, huh? Which I was a little bit confused because of that, because I don't know very much Chinese, Mandarin, any country like that. Okay, I'm going to unpause now. So I'm going to be sending my army of just cavalry units down through Japan to... Not down through Japan, down through... Call to arms request. No, thank you. I said no. I don't know if that's going to do anything. Marco Polo Bridge incident. No kidding.
Crazy.
So they did the bridge incident after
they declared war.
Yeah. Look, this happened a month after we started fighting you. This is obviously justified.
Yeah, they said the quiet part loud and the loud part quiet.
Yeah. Oh boy, things are popping off now. Japan declared war on Shanxi.
Nice.
That's
Bring it.
That's you, isn't it?
Yeah, it's me.
Oh boy.
Go,
I'm
boys,
I'm,
go.
I'm gonna slow us down a little bit.
Yeah, sure, I'm down for that, because I don't know how I'm going to be able to handle this.
Okay.
Luckily, the border is empty, so I can't... Oh, they declared war on me, but they didn't... Um, Manchukuo didn't declare war on me.
Oh, that's fine.
No, it's not, because they're now the Japanese are funneling up and filling in the positions all along the border, and then I bet they'll invite them.
Okay, so I'm gonna send you a bunch of old guns I don't need anymore. Just for helping you out here.
I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Do you have any support equipment?
I
We don't have
I
enough
don't.
shovels.
I don't have any support equipment. We don't know what a shovel is. We haven't discovered shovels yet here in 1938.
This will go perfectly fine, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, it'll be fine. Um. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Yeah. I have to. I have to struggle to become free first, unfortunately. So I can't do anything yet. I think things
Well,
off.
so far, like, they declared war on me, but they haven't started invading me. I think I have to peel some of these guys off the Chinese border, because obvious reasons.
Okay. Well.
Yeah, this is looking a bit dicey. I mean, we're gonna... I'll be a proper warlord, and I'll throw waves and waves of humans at them until I have no more humans to throw.
I'm sure it'll be fine. It looks like they haven't even started attacking you yet because they're just trying to get set up.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just watching them fill out their ranks.
And your guys are dug in. They'll be fine. What are they gonna do, huh? Kill you? No.
Well,
They
something
might.
the Chinese army can do besides
They might.
hold on.
Ugh. The Japanese just keep sending men through my lines, and I'm like, leave me alone, you bastards. Don't use Manchukuo to funnel your colonial nationalist dreams of expansion. The nationalist Chinese are actually pushing back the Japanese pretty good over here.
Yeah, I wonder how they handled it, because when I played last, like, okay, a long time ago as Japan, I just sat there and I didn't attack, and the Chinese threw themselves at me over and over and over again, and then I just walked into Beijing.
After they just depleted their forces enough.
Yeah, like, they were just slaughtering themselves on my dug-in positions. So we'll see how this goes, if the AI is a little bit more comprehensive about, judging attacks.
Well, this couldn't happen in real life for many reasons, most of which is that I can just say no to the Japanese when they want to bring me into war. I think it's because I have declared enough independence from them at this point that I can just say no.
Here they go. Here's
Yep.
the attack. Defend, boys. Hold the line.
So, good news for you, it looks like the Japanese have low supply in these territories, so their attack isn't as strong as it would otherwise be. Bad news, it looks like they just have a lot of guys, which is not good.
Yeah, it's nice my guys are reinforcing the front there. But it's a little... I don't know, we're holding. So if Nationalist China holds the south, and I can hold this, we can deplete some of the Chinese, and then when you declare independence and attack them from the rear, we're going to cinch them.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Gotta be positive.
Yep.
Also going
Gotta
to stop recruiting.
accentuate positive. Eliminate negative. Oh boy.
Just send my new green recruits out who are mid-training. Up you go, boys.
Oh, I have just promoted a field marshal. And I'm going to let him help my men dig trenches better. Yes, that works.
Yeah, having a defensive build seems nice.
Do you have any men behind the line at all, or is it just if they break through, that's it?
There's a couple divisions that are sitting there on the mountains, but they're basically... I'm pushing them in wherever the the attack look like it's failing.
Yeah, you know, there's those mountains in the north of Menkwokwo that... Oh, they're actually moving up into it right now. I was going to suggest maybe grabbing those to try to force them to throw guys at you in a disadvantageous position, but I guess that's not going to work. They got horses. Like,